Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today what I got for you are 10 of the scariest locations within the GTA series. Now, because these are scary locations, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're haunted. However, there are a ton of myths that have stemmed from some of these locations, being that there's ghosts in these areas, there's serial killers waiting in the shadows to get you, and just all kinds of crazy things, but most of these haven't been proven. So, these locations, what makes them just creepy, in my opinion, and scary is just the vibes they give off. I get this just very creepy-esque vibe that sends chills down my spine when I go to some of these areas, and they're just areas that I would not recommend you guys going to if you're playing in the middle of the night, because your mind gets to wandering and it gets a little scary. So be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know which location in the Grand Theft Auto series do you guys think is the scariest, as well as if you feel the video is worthy of a like, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If we could break 2,000 likes, well, that would be pretty awesome, and I don't think we can, so prove me wrong. But with that said, here we are with 10 of the scariest locations in the GTA series. Number 10, the Abandoned Sprunk Factory in GTA 4. Now, this facility was once a very prominent producer of Sprunk. Obviously, it's the old Sprunk Factory, but nowadays it's just a very old and run-down, decrepit building, and it's also very, very creepy. It seems to have been abandoned long before 2008. That's when GTA 4 takes place, and there's two different ways, or actually three ways that you can get into the Sprunk Factory. There's a series of tunnels that runs underneath the factory. There's an entrance at just when you walk into the factory, you can walk straight in on the ground level, and there's also roof access to the Sprunk Factory. And what's interesting about the tunnel system is that supposedly there are giant alligators that live down here, and occasionally you can hear them, and sometimes you can even see them, as well as there are tons of myths about ghosts being inside of the Sprunk Factory. Lots of players have reported seeing black figures and apparitions and different things throughout this building, which is very, very creepy, and occasionally you can hear screams and shouts. But the shouts and screams can actually be explained because sometimes there are tramps or hobos living inside the building, and once you fire a gun, it frightens them and it pisses them off and they're ready to kill you. So other than that, the Sprunk Factory is this very cool location, but it's also just a very, very creepy location. And when you go into it at night, sometimes depending on your brightness settings, it can be very dark in there, which makes it a little more spookier than it already is. Number 9, we've got the creepy ghost town of Las Brujas, located way out in the middle of nowhere in the deserts in GTA San Andreas. Las Brujas actually means something along the lines of witch, or having to do with witchcraft and sorcery and different things like that. No, not Harry Potter, not Hogwarts. Okay, bad joke. Moving on. So what makes this town so creepy is that it's just this ghost town way out in the middle of nowhere with nobody living there. And it's just silent. It's just creepy. There's nothing going on out here at all. And I find the town very cool. It's surrounded by rock formations. Crushed airplanes may sometimes roll down into the town from the hills, which are pretty funny, or just the crashed airplanes. But really, there's nothing going on here. There's a couple missions that take place in here. There's interdiction with Mike Torino, I believe, and then I know High Noon takes place there with, or for Frank Tenpenny. But the buildings are not used in any way, shape, or form. You can unfortunately not go into any of these, but towards sunset and sundown, being in this area can prove to be just very, very eerie. Number 8, the Hobo Tunnel of Grand Theft Auto 3. So this area is very unique because there's literally nothing here. It's this very long, dark tunnel in Liberty City, and the only thing really in here are 4 hobos or 4 tramps with some Molotov cocktails. And it's very creepy thinking, why are these guys here in this long tunnel that literally leads to nothing? It leads to the backside of a building that you can barely fit a car through. It looks like it might have been used as an old railway station, or some railroad tracks used to run through here, and they were taken out because there is nothing there but dirt and concrete walls. So it's very eerie. And to top things off, the tunnel was supposedly going to be the location of Darkle, a character removed from Grand Theft Auto 3 for very mysterious reasons. A lot of fans speculate Darkle was removed because he was supposed to give you missions that involved killing children and blowing up buildings, and because of 9/11 happening, he was removed from the game. Now, Rockstar spoke out about this, saying that is not the case for Darkle's removal, but could they be lying? Number 7, Little Haiti. I felt bad leaving Vice City out of this because really there's nothing too scary about GTA Vice City as far as locations go. Yeah, maybe Apartment 3C might be creepy, but I feel like I've talked about it too much on the channel. So, Little Haiti, this area in Vice City that is seemingly empty, small, and just eerie. While it may not be just scary, it's just eerie. We've got all these small shanties or shacks for houses almost, and there's nobody there. There's nobody walking around. And the only time this area is used in Vice City is for the missions for Auntie Poulet, who in an essence and in and of herself is very eerie and creepy, just like this location and this little city block that she lives in called Little Haiti. Number 6, the Abandoned Casino in GTA 4. Also known as the Alderney Casino, this location can be entered and explored freely, and it has a very large interior that's filled with rubble. It's very creepy, needless to say, inside. And if you want to feel a little freaky, you can also go inside and find some purple dildos, but throughout the years, players have reported hearing voices or growling noises inside of this building, as well as creaking and different things like that. Now, the creaking and knocking noises can actually be explained by ambience noise, which is just noise programmed to play inside of this building, just to create more realistic features, while it's just probably the sounds of the old building shifting and settling. Nonetheless, going here at night can be very, very eerie, creepy, and sometimes lead players to think that maybe this place is just haunted. Number 5, the Abandoned Mineshaft in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, this location is definitely more on the haunted side of things. Players have reported hearing things in here. Players have reported seeing ghosts in here. And the ghost thing is a little more prevalent because there's a dead body inside of the mineshaft. Once you blow through the wooden doors and make your way through the first tunnel, you come across Isaac, a movie star who was murdered and placed here in the 1940s. And he is still here, and who knows if his ghost is roaming around these endless tunnels that can be very confusing because they all look the same and they all connect, and it's very dark in here. You can hear noises, creaking, whistling, whatever it may be, you've probably heard it. Number 4, Backhoe Beyond in GTA San Andreas. Home to many myths such as Bigfoot, Pigsy, ghost cars, and many other things within San Andreas. Backhoe Beyond is a forest area, or just a wooded area of trees and nothingness. Nobody spawns in here. The only thing that does spawn in here are cars that look to be destroyed, and you gotta wonder, why are they out here in the middle of nowhere? And some of these cars even drive on their own. Nonetheless, exploring Backhoe Beyond at night, or even in the daytime, can be very, very eerie and creepy, sending chills down your spine and always making you be sure to look over your shoulder and make sure nothing is following you. Number 3, the GTA 4 subways. Now, the subways in GTA 4 for some reason, or just in Liberty City, have always been very eerie to me. Maybe because of the myth of Ratman, this half-man, half-rat who patrols the subways. He's faster than the fastest vehicle in the game, and once he spots you, there's no getting away from him. Now, while there's never been 100% conclusive evidence and proof of Ratman, there have been many different sightings, supposedly, throughout the years, leading the subways, which are very dark and dreary, to be a very interesting place to explore. But be careful not to do it too late at night because you might just come across Ratman when you least expect it. Number 2, the Statue of Happiness in Grand Theft Auto 4. This is another very eerie location because inside of the Statue of Happiness, there's a secret room with a ladder that leads up, obviously, to a literal beating heart, the heart of Liberty City. While the metaphor there and the meaning is there for this just being the heart of Liberty City, the fact that there is a beating heart, big old muscle just inside of this statue is very creepy, very eerie, and what makes it even worse is the sound effects. The fact that you can actually hear the heart beating. It's so real, and it's just very eerie. And finally, number 1. This location really applies to pretty much every GTA game, but it was with GTA 5 that it made it just the scariest, the eeriest, and that is the ocean. And it's not the fact that there are things hidden within GTA 5's waters like sunken ships, destroyed airplanes, UFOs, sea creatures, and things like that. It's the fact that in the GTA series and in GTA 5, the ocean is endless. If you drive too far out in the middle of the ocean, the wings of your plane detach, your boat sinks, leaving you floating there in this pitch black, dark abyss and endless amount and body of water. It's very eerie. I think there's a term for people who are scared of water in games, but I'm definitely one of those people. The waters in the GTA games and in GTA 5 really have always creeped me out, man. Just knowing that there is nothing below you but miles and miles of water below you and around you. So with that said, that's actually 10 of the scariest locations, in my opinion, in the Grand Theft Auto series. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you never miss out on another daily video game upload. And if you want to check out g2a.com and use my code ZCTV for a 3% cashback code, you can actually get the hookup on some pretty cheap games. So feel free to do that. It's going to be the first link in the description. But like I said at the beginning, if we could break 2,000 likes, that would just be awesome. And with that said, my name is Zach Cox. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video.